The ghost ship. The ghost ship was a legend that had haunted the seas for centuries. It was said to be a cursed vessel, crewed by the vengeful spirits of its former crew, who had died at sea under mysterious circumstances. The ship was rumored to appear out of nowhere, appearing as a ghostly apparition on the horizon before disappearing just as suddenly. Those who caught sight of the ghost ship were said to be doomed to suffer a terrible fate, never to return to shore. Despite the legend, Captain John Redbeard Blackthorne and his crew of pirates were not the type to believe in curses or superstition. They were seasoned sailors, used to facing down all manner of dangers on the open seas. So when they spotted the ghost ship on the horizon one foggy night, they saw it as an opportunity for adventure and possibly even treasure. Redbeard ordered his crew to give chase, and they set off in pursuit of the mysterious vessel. As they drew closer, they could see that the ghost ship was unlike any other they had ever encountered. It was a massive, ancient vessel, with tattered sails and a battered hull. Its decks were empty and silent, except for the ghostly figures that seemed to flit in and out of sight. Despite their initial fear, the pirates were determined to board the ghost ship and plunder its treasure. They drew alongside the vessel and began to scale its sides, using grappling hooks and ropes to make their way aboard. As they set foot on the deck, they were met with a strange and unsettling silence. The only sound was the creaking of the ship's timbers and the waves crashing against the hull. Redbeard led his crew deeper into the ship, searching for the treasure that was said to be hidden within. They encountered strange and unsettling sights as they explored the ghost ship, from ghostly apparitions to strange symbols and markings on the walls. Despite their fear, they pressed on, driven by the promise of riches. As they reached the ship's hold, they finally discovered the treasure they had been seeking. It was a vast hoard of gold and jewels, worth a fortune. The pirates were overjoyed, and began to fill their bags with as much treasure as they could carry. However, their celebration was short-lived. As they turned to leave the hold, they were confronted by the vengeful spirits of the ghost ship's former crew. The pirates tried to fight off the ghosts, but they were no match for their otherworldly powers. One by one, they fell to the spectral attackers, until only Redbeard was left standing on the deck. He knew that he could not defeat the ghosts alone, and made a desperate decision to escape. He grabbed as much treasure as he could carry and fled back to his own ship, cutting the ropes and casting off as fast as he could. Redbeard and his surviving crewmates sailed away from the ghost ship as fast as they could, pursued by the vengeful spirits. They knew that they had narrowly escaped a terrible fate, and vowed never to speak of their encounter with the cursed vessel again. As they sailed back to the free city of Stormreach, Redbeard divided the treasure among his surviving crewmates, keeping a generous share for himself. They all knew that they had been lucky to escape with their lives, and that the ghost ship's treasure had come at a great cost. Despite the wealth they had gained, the pirates couldn't shake the feeling that they had been marked by the curse of the ghost ship. Some of them claimed to see ghostly apparitions at night, or to experience strange and unsettling dreams. Redbeard himself was plagued by guilt and regret, knowing that he had led his crew into danger and that some of them had paid the ultimate price. The tale of the ghost ship became a legend among the pirates of the free city of Stormreach, told around campfires and in taverns as a cautionary tale. Many of them swore to avoid the cursed vessel at all costs, knowing that it held a terrible power that could claim their lives and souls. However, there were always those who were tempted by the promise of treasure, and who set out in search of the ghost ship, never to be seen again.